Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. And welcome to another Sunday. On our last video, we talked about the language of road. So, what is the language? What language do we all speak when we are driving? And I was saying on the last video that the language we all use is the road markings and road signs. That is the language of the road. So it doesn't matter where you come from, what language you speak at home. When you are driving, you only speak one language so that we all could understand, and that is the road markings and road signs. So I touched on few road signs on the last video, and in this video I'll do the same, but it will be on some of the common road markings. Okay, I'm not going through all the road signs or road markings in these videos, is because there are videos on the channel on road signs and road markings. So I highly recommend for you to watch those videos on the channel. I will leave a link of those videos in the description. So if you want to have a look at those videos, which I highly recommend for you to watch, if you haven't seen it already, go in the description and I'll leave a link. But in this video, I will be sharing some of the common road markings so that you know, and most of them I am sure you already know, but I'm just going to touch on them just to refresh your mind so that you know what they actually mean, and then go on and learn the other ones. And it's important that you as a driver learn these road markings and road signs. Why? Because like I said, that's the language of the road. That is what we need to understand for us to be safe on the road, for us to keep others safe on the road. So in this video, I will share some of the road markings, the common ones. And like I said, most of them you will already know, but I'm just going to refresh your mind. And like I said, go on and learn the other ones. Okay? Firstly, this one. Now here you have a stop line where you will find on traffic lights. Okay, now this stop line is slightly thinner, and it means that if the traffic light is red, you stop. When it's green, you go. So you will get this one on a traffic light, or maybe controlled by police. Sometimes the traffic light may be not working, so it's controlled by the police. Then you have this stop line. Now here, as you can see, there is no difference on the look. It's a solid white line going across. It means a stop line. Now this stop line is slightly thicker than the other stop line, and this one means stop with a stop sign. Okay, so if you come up to end of the road, or when you are coming up and you see one of those stop line with a stop sign, it means that you must stop. Many learners in the test, they fail the test because they forget to stop on these stop line, because they don't stop fully. So let me repeat, when you see one of them on a road with a stop sign, make sure you stop fully and then look if it's safe, and then you go. Remember, they don't put those stop sign or stop line anywhere. They only put it where the road is danger. Unless you stop, you can't really see if there are cars coming or not. The view is restricted for some reason. Maybe the road has a bend, maybe there is a big tree covering the view. So because of that, the road becomes danger unless you stop fully. And this is the reason why you have a stop line with a stop sign. So when you see one of them, especially in the test, make sure you stop fully. My advice is stop, put the handbrake on. Now the condition isn't for you to put the handbrake on. You could just stop fully and see if it's safe, and then you go. My advice, when you see a stop sign with a stop line, my advice is stop fully, put the handbrake on, look if it's safe, and then go. It doesn't mean that you're going to stop there for a few hours now. All I'm saying is just make sure that you stopped fully. You have demonstrated to the examiner that you have stopped. Okay, many learners, they fail the test because they don't stop in a stop line. They think that, well, I've stopped, and the car is actually creeping forward without them actually realizing what is happening. So they just keep on creeping without stopping fully, and then they just carry on going. this will not be known as stop. Stop line means you stop fully, full stop. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Now this one, what does this mean? It means give way on major road. As you can see, is double broken white lines, and it means that you have to give way on the main road, and you will get that marking from a minor road joining into a major road. So what this line is saying to you is give way on traffic on the major road that you are about to join, okay, or you are about to cross. Maybe you are crossing or you are joining, and it's telling you that you must give way on the main road. Now what does give way line means? Let's talk about this for a minute. Give way line means for you to give way on the road you are about to cross or you are about to join. So it means give way. So if there are cars, if there are traffic on the road that you are joining, you have to give way. But what if there is no one there? And if you stop, will that be okay? No, it won't be okay, because give way means you have to give way if there are somebody on the road, if there are traffic on the road. But if there is no one on the road, then there's no one to give way to. So the give way line means if there is somebody, give way. If there isn't, you must go, or you should go. Okay, so let me make it clear. Give way line means is for you to give way. If there are cars, if there are traffic on the road, you have to stop and give them away. If you could see from early there's no one coming, then the give way line is saying to you for you to go, not to stop. And this is important. Many learners, they miss that. What they miss is that they don't recognize if there is a give way line coming up, and if there is, they're not looking early enough, because it is your job to recognize if there is a give way line and then look early from far away. If there are cars, if there are traffic on the main road, if there is, you stop, you give way to them. If there isn't, then make sure it's safe, no one coming, then you should go. You shouldn't stop. That's what the giveaway line is saying to you. Okay, I hope I made it clear. Like I said, many learners make this mistake on giveaway line. They don't look early and they are not making decisions early. If there is somebody coming, you stop. If there is no one coming and it's clear and you are 100% sure there is no one coming, you shouldn't stop. You should be going. That's what the giveaway line means. Then you have this one. As you can see, it's still a giveaway line, but this time it's a single one. Now this one you will get on roundabouts. I don't know if you noticed, on a roundabout you don't get double broken white line, you get single broken white line. Did you know that? So make sure you know, if you see a single broken white line on a roundabout, it means you give way on your right. Okay, that's what single broken white line on a roundabout means. It means you look on your right early, and if it's safe, you go, and if there is somebody on your right and there is no gap, you stop. Then you have this one. As you can see, this one is same as the one I showed you before on the roundabout, but this time it's same but it's thicker, and you get them on mini roundabouts. So on a mini roundabout, it's still single broken white line, but it's thicker than a normal roundabout. It means the same. You look on your right, and if there are cars coming, you stop. If there isn't, you go. On some mini roundabouts, because they are mini, you will still have double broken white lines. Okay, which means the same. You look on your right, and if there's somebody coming, you stop, and if there's no one coming, you go. So on a mini roundabout, you will have single thick broken white lines, or you could have double broken white lines like normal giveaway lines. Okay, now this one is center line, which means it's telling you the center of the road, and it's reminding you or telling you to stay on your side of the road, and you know where the center line is. Then you have hazard line in the middle, which is longer than center line, and is giving you a warning that there is something coming you should be aware of, maybe traffic light or maybe crossings coming up. So it's giving you a warning of something coming up with a longer, so it will be longer than center line. It will be in the center, but it will be longer, known as hazard line. Then you have double white lines. as you can see here, in the middle of the road. What does that mean? It means that you can't overtake. You should be on your side of the road all time. You can't overtake. You can't cross the double lines unless you have a double line and your side is broken and the other side is solid, which means you can overtake but they can't. But then you could have your side is solid and their side is broken, which means that you can't overtake but they can. Okay, this is what the double white line means. If it's solid white line in the middle, it means you can't overtake, and then if it's broken, whichever side it is, the side with broken lines you can overtake, the one with a solid line you can't. But like I said, all those are cleared on the road markings, on the video that I've made, road markings fully explained. Make sure you watch that video because all those things I've explained in more details. And this video, like I said, I'm only touching on few things so that just to remind you, and then you go on and learn all those signs and road markings. Now this one, as you can see, is double yellow line on this side of the road. What does that mean? It simply means no waiting at any time. Okay, that's what it means. If you see double yellow line on the side of the road, it means no waiting at any time. Then you have this one, single yellow line. So what does this one mean? This one means no waiting during times shown on the sign. Okay, so if it's a single yellow line, it means that you shouldn't wait during the times shown on this sign. Okay, now this one, bus stop. Okay, on the floor you will see bus stop for buses to stop, to pick up and to drop off. Now if you are driving and you see a bus stop, the question is, can you drive on a bus stop? Many learners, they get confused when they are driving. Soon as they see a bus stop, they get confused. Can they drive on it? You shouldn't be stopping on it, but you can drive on it. So if you see a bus stop on the floor, if there's no bus there, it means that you can drive and go through, but you shouldn't stop on the bus stop. So if the examiners ask you to stop somewhere safe on the left and there is a bus stop, make sure you stop before the bus stop or after the bus stop. Don't stop on the bus stop. But can you drive on it? Yes, you can, because there is no bus. Where is the bus going to be? It's going to be behind you. Even if he wants to stop, he can't stop unless you've gone. So yes, you can drive on it, but don't stop on it. But then you have this one. This one is a bus lane. What does it mean? It is specially made for the buses to drive on. So you shouldn't be driving on it unless there are some which has a time limit. So if the time is telling you that you can drive on it, then you can. Otherwise, you can't drive because it's specially made for the buses. And obviously, some bus lanes are allowed by the cyclists and taxis. Okay, but it's actually made for the buses. So make sure you know if there is a bus lane. If there is a bus lane, normally would be a solid white line on the edge of the bus lane, which means it's telling you not to drive on it. Okay, so don't drive on the bus lane unless the time is telling you you can. Now this one, yellow box junction. What does it mean? It means that you shouldn't enter the junction unless you are turning right. Okay, now let me repeat. If you see one of them, you shouldn't enter the box unless it's clear for you to go. The only time you can enter is when you are turning right, and you know that for you to turn right, you go and stop in the box and wait for the oncoming traffic only if you are not blocking for the others to go their right. Okay, so you can enter and stop to turn right as long as you are not blocking for others to go on their right. Okay, there are videos on this as well, explained fully on a yellow box junction as well as on the road marking video. It's explained on the both of the videos. Like I said, I'll leave a link on the description for you to have a look to be more clear on the subject. Now what does this mean? This means keep clear. Okay, and you do what the road marking is telling you to do. Keep clear. Why? Maybe there is an entrance on the left and it's telling you not to block that entrance. For example, there could be a traffic light, and just before the traffic light there could be an entrance on the left. So while you wait on the traffic light on red and it has a keep clear on the floor, it's saying that when you wait for the traffic light, stop before or after the keep clear, because there could be an entrance, and while you wait there could be somebody who wants to go in to the entrance. So it's telling you not to block the entrance. Remember, in the test, if you stop on a keep clear, you will fail your test. So make sure you don't stop. You can't drive on it, which you should, but don't stop on it, especially on the traffic light. If you have one, make sure you stop before it or after. Don't stop on it. Okay, so that's it for this video. I just wanted to touch on few road markings. Most of them you already know, I am sure, but I just wanted to refresh your mind so that you know what they exactly mean. And also just to remind you that road markings and road signs, it's the important for you to learn and for you to understand what they mean, because that is the language of the road. That is the language the road speaks with us. Unless we understand that language, it makes us danger on the road, not just for ourselves, for others too. So make sure you understand road signs and road markings. And like I said, the other videos on the channel on the road markings and on the box junction, I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look if you haven't seen it already. So go on and watch those videos on the channel. And if you like the video, please do give a thumbs up, and please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if there is something you want me to talk about on the future lessons, do let me know in the comment so that I could touch on the subject in the future lessons. And make sure you let me know in the comment so that I'll try to cover on the future videos I upload. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos, and hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.